Hello, friends, and welcome to another Origins of Expressions. Today, we'll be going over the phrases bring home the bacon, wake up and smell the coffee, the first pancake is always ruined. What do they have in common? They're all phrases and idioms around breakfast. Let's get right to work and start this video. Breakfast, the first meal in the morning, which is usually eaten after you wake up from a long night's sleep. The word breakfast in English refers to breaking the fast period of the previous night. For most of human history, we have consumed a meal after a rest period, and depending on where you're from, depends on what types of foods you eat. Today, we are exploring some traditional American breakfast foods that got turned into idioms. Let's not waste any time and move into our first phrase. Bring home the bacon. Bring home the bacon means to earn money, particularly for one's family, to be successful, especially financially successful. Let's bring home the bacon. This saying has quite an interesting origin. Some believe the idiom bring home the bacon came from a tradition in Great Dunmow, Essex, England. It's called the story of the Dunmow flitch. Since the 1100s, the church awarded a side of bacon, also known as a flitch, each year to married couples who demonstrate wedded bliss. Geoffrey Chaucer mentioned it in the Wife of Bath's Tale and Prologue in 1395. It reads, "But never for us the flitch of bacon though, that some may win in Essex of Dunmow." This tradition still continues every 4 years in Great Dunmow, Essex. And yes, they still receive a flitch of bacon as the prize. In modern times, the idiom was first used in 1906, where it became popular with sports writers and spread to the general use when Joe Gans fought Oliver Nelson in the World Lightweight Boxing Championship contest. It is said that Gans' mother sent him a telegram before the fight encouraging him to bring home the bacon. Gans won the contest, the first native-born African American to win a world boxing title. He replied to his mother with a telegram stating that had not only the bacon but the gravy. Gans later sent his mother a check for $6,000. In today's money, that's about $200,000. Wow, what a great son. Today, we still see this charm when we are talking about money and finances. An example sentence is, "These little girls work so hard. They practically bring home the bacon in their family." They look busy. Let's let them work as we move into our next phrase. Wake up and smell the coffee. Wake up and smell the coffee means to face up to the realities of an unpleasant situation, to face the truth, to pay attention to what's going on around you and accept reality. Ugh, wake up and smell the coffee. The idiom, wake up and smell the coffee, is primarily an American expression, and it was not used all over. It was only used in limited areas. It was first seen in print in 1927 in a letter published by the Akron Beacon Journal titled Smelling the Coffee. It reads, "Your paper gains notice as an example of the use of English as it should not be written nor spoken. Wake up and smell the coffee." The idiom really took off in the 1960s through the 1970s in the United States, thanks to Ann Landers, who was an advice columnist for the Chicago Sun-Times. It is said that she liked to use the term in her column. Today, we still use this idiom to say stop daydreaming and accept reality. An example sentence is, "Before I went to law school, I tried to get acting jobs for 5 years. I finally had to wake up and smell the coffee that I wasn't going to be a professional actor." Well, it looks like they have some studying to do. Let's leave them and move on to our next phrase. The first pancake is always ruined. The first pancake is always ruined means the first attempt is usually a failure. Huh, the first pancake is always ruined, right? This well-known phrase has a not so obvious explanation. This phrase has its origins in a Russian proverb. According to a modern spelling, it literally means the first pancake is always a lumpy one, and reminds us not to expect the first attempt to be successful. But historically, the phrase has more to do with bears than with cooking. Ancient Slavonic tribes celebrate spring with the festival called Kolmo Odetsa, the predecessor of the modern Maslenitsa. The arrival of spring was marked by bears waking up from their winter sleep. The Slavs used to bring the first pancake to the bear's den to coax it. The bears were honored as human ancestors and played an important role in the ancient Slavic traditions. The word bear was kom, K-O-M, in ancient Slavic. In reality, the bad first pancake is usually caused by a griddle that is either not hot enough or too hot. Or it could be that we're flipping it too soon or too late. Or maybe we have just too much oil in the pan or maybe not enough oil. Anyways, the first pancake is always the trial and error pancake, the practice pancake. Don't worry, the second one is always better. Today, we still hear this phrase. It is used to say that your first try might not be a success. It is meant to be an encouragement to keep trying. An example sentence is, my first interview was horrible. Let's hope it was just the first pancake. And my second interview tomorrow will be much better. Well, let's wish them some luck and let them get ready as we move on. Ooh, fun fact. Did you know that the cereal that we eat today for breakfast is not really that old? Yep, that's right. The cereal that we know today in the box was invented in the 1800s. It was a way of helping fix the very unhealthy eating habits of the people of that time. Cereal is packed with a bunch of fiber and fortified with vitamins and minerals to give its consumer a daily dose of what the body needs. 50% of Americans eat cereal for breakfast every single day. Americans average 50 kilograms of cereal per person every year. That's about 160 bowls per person per year. But they're not the biggest consumers of cereal. Americans are only the fourth in the worldwide cereal consumption. Before them is Ireland, England, and Australia. Wow, that's a lot of cereal. Well, this is the information that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed learning about the origins of our idioms and phrases. I would love to have you subscribe if you did. Subscribing to the channel is like waking up and smelling the coffee. It's so good you just want to subscribe. Plus, it's quick and easy, and I would really appreciate it. Oh yeah, quick question before you go. Do you know any idioms or phrases around breakfast? Maybe you know other idioms or phrases on an entirely different subject. I would love to see them. Leave them in the comments below. And you know, if I use one of the phrases, I'll give you a shout out. Thanks again for watching and subscribing. I really appreciate your support. Until next time, bye.